Welcome everybody. I kind of got started early. I'm such a rookie at, oopsie. I'm a rookie at the live situation and that's part of the reason I'm challenging myself to go live as frequently as possible. It's like improv. Have you ever seen about improv? Or have you taken an improv class? There's such value in having to make things up as you go along. And that's part of what this tarot channel has been for me, because being a grandmother and not quite the demographic of some YouTubers, it's been interesting for me to do this. So thank you for allowing my rookiness to show. I just finished first part of these readings. And we didn't get to complete enough of the the astro signs, and I felt badly about that. So I thought I'm going to pop on and do a part 2. So let me just start by allowing our Palo Santo. Let's just bless our time together. Welcome to part 2. Today we are doing love readings for the astro signs. In my first reading, we covered Capricorn, Gemini, and Scorpio, and now we're going to move on and see who's next. So if you are hoping that I'll call your sign, just be thinking, allow yourself to create the intention that you will have a personal reading right here in the collective. All right, I'm Catherine. Welcome to Fish Out of Water Tarot, where we like to help the socially awkward of us thrive in relationships. So let's see who is going to be our first reading. And we have Leo. So again, as I said in part 1, if you're not a Leo, don't let that bother you. You may hear something in this reading that is exactly what you need to hear. It's the beauty of the algorithms on YouTube that pulled you in today. Welcome. So let's take a quick peek here and see for Leo, what do we have? Worthiness. Interesting, Leo. You know what? You are so confident, and people misunderstand you a lot. You may even come across as narcissistic. My father was a Leo, and he was full of himself, you know, the energy of a big personality. And honestly, I've never met a shy Leo. And if you are one, hugs to you. But you, of all people, to have a secret issue with worthiness, right? Can you accept the strength of your personality and not be afraid of making people upset, right? This seems to be a message, worthiness. Let's take a peek and see what the rest of the oracle has for you. So we have from the romance angels, from the romance, it's called the Lover's Path Tarot. It's so pretty. Let me just show you the picture here. The Lover's Path Tarot. I really love it for these signed readings. And we have the Prince of Cups. So this is a wonderful couple energy, isn't it? You've got the balanced Leo who's able to understand her personality well enough to adjust to others. She's really grown. Don't let the genders bother you, because it's just the energy of the card. But when you accept your strong personality, you do rub some people the wrong way. I'm sure this is not news to you, Leo. And others of you who are listening to the call who have a strong personality, if you can start to accept what that means to the others in your relationship, you're going to be more attractive, more magnetic to a very loving energy when it comes to love. Okay, when you pull the Prince of Cups into a love reading, it's a wonderful sign. We've just come through a new moon, so there is a lot, even today, there's a lot of energy around you, Leo. So don't be offended if somebody picks on you, they don't react to you correctly. Don't try best you can to not be offended. When you walk on the planet with such a strong personality, it's just part of it that people may be jealous. They may not know how to handle you. I'm doing some studying about heckling, interestingly, because I have a family member who teases a lot, and I get hurt feelings, and I'm like, no, I need to heckle back. We need to be on equal ground. So with your strength, Leo, you just need to allow yourself to be more approachable. Let's take a peek at our love oracle for you, and let go of the need to control. Wait, that feels like the card that came out in the last reading. Well, obviously the universe knows what it knows. Okay, let go of the need to control. So what's happening now, I believe for you, Leo, is that you are realizing some things about some relationships that haven't worked out. There is a journaling site that is very helpful. It's called the Soulmate Generator, and I will leave the link to the Soulmate Generator in the description box so that you can find it easily, because it will help you so much to be able to allow yourself to look inside. You know, how can you appear softer without being fake? Let's add our romance angels to this picture and see what we have. Yes, passion. I love that this passion card is here, because nobody's asking you to be less of yourself. No one expects you to be less than yourself. Allow your heart and soul sing with joy. This is what will really help you, no question. But just so you're aware that when you're on stage or when you're getting a lot of attention, some people will misunderstand that, and you just have to sing like the movie, let it go, right? You let go of the reactions from others who don't understand you, and you allow your passion to rise. I think this is a very juicy energy for you, Leo, and I look forward to hearing from you, and let me know how this resonates, okay? Excellent, Leo. You've got a very cool few months coming for you here. So let's grab my cards here, see who is next. Cancer. Welcome, Cancer. I'm so grateful to have you here. I do want to remind you all that if you are not a Cancer, don't worry about that, because you may pick up the exact word that you need today to lift your spirits. And if you are Cancer, let's see what's going on for you when it comes to love and romance. And we have sexual freedom. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube. It's so nervous right now, right? Everybody's trying to be correct, so I'm just going to use a little flower petal just in case. But anyway, sexual freedom. What's going on there for you, Cancer? Okay, a little shy. All right. If you are a person who's squeamish about getting hugs, like you really don't share affection very easily. I have a dear friend, family member and friend, and when I need to really ask her permission to hug, and it doesn't feel awkward anymore, but I've come to understand that not everybody likes touch. So what do if you're shy about affection and physical contact? How do you get to the sexual freedom that you want? And I can recommend you to John Gottman, a YouTube channel, Gottman, I believe, but they are so filled with the most pure advice for connecting intimately. And another resource I love, Relationships by Jimmy. And even if you're single, he teaches in these short little videos how the two sexes get together, the male energy, the female energy. So do take a peek. But I don't want to get too deep without pulling the rest of our cards for you, Cancer. So what we, from the Lover's Path Tarot, we have Queen of Arrows. Okay, you have built around yourself a structure of protection that is not, there's a word called impermeable, I think, where you can't penetrate it. So Cancer, if you're looking for a mature relationship, there's something you need to do to take away the structure, to remove yourself from a little bit of control, because in order to enjoy an intimate experience completely, you have to kind of be out of control. I mean, let's face it, if you are deep in pleasure, you're not able to control your face and how it looks. You're not able to control your comments because you're saying, oh God, oh God. But the Cancer part of you is that shy, wanting to be in your shell. So what a battle, right? What a battle. But what this shows me is that you have so much strength, and the gender doesn't matter, but you have so much strength in knowing what you want. You just don't know how to, what's the word? Disarm yourself, right? So let's see what's in our love oracle for you. I always like to show the back of that card because it's so pretty. Whoops. I keep dropping cards for you, Cancer. And so what that shows me is that you might have a little perfectionism. Why do I say that? Because when I'm not perfect on a call, like right now when I started the call and I wasn't organized, part of me is self-critical. The fact that I'm dropping these cards, to me, reminds me of that. And so I think, Cancer, if you have a little bit of self-criticism, it's time to address that. Let's put our next card here. Okay, the separation that you're experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. For you, Cancer, this is your relationship with you. There is a distance between the part of you that wants pleasure and a part of you that wants to feel safe. What you're wanting is this. You want in your own energy to embrace your physical needs with your social needs so that you can relax enough to have some pleasure. But right now, there's something inside of you that's blocking that. So what I suggest, there's the soulmate generator. You've heard me talk about it a lot this morning, but it's a place that you can go privately to just write about, or you can use voice to text, but tell yourself the story of some past heartbreak. Do it with the intention of letting go. And as you use the soulmate generator, you're going to find a little bit of flow, and you will bring these two parts of yourself back together. This could be the time for a private reading. Of course, it's shameless self-promotion, but there are a gazillion tarot readers. There's probably 100 in your town. There's no reason you have to go without more cards if you love the cards. And my readings typically can have 10, 15, 20 cards. So contact information's in the description box. Let's see what the romance angels have for you, my dear Cancer. Honeymoon. Okay, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. All right, so because, again, I could go back and reread these cards for a couple, but I am sensing single Cancer all over this reading because the honeymoon's between you and you. Do you take yourself on dates? Do you go to a place in nature where you can sit with your journal and talk back and forth to your own being? There's something called the two-way. I just learned about, where it's an idea of writing to your spiritual guide and then having your spiritual guide write back to you in a journal so that you can bring together these two parts. Part of you wants pleasure, the other part of you wants to stay private. But this honeymoon energy, and I've got a lot of energy in my upper chest right now, so check and see your body. Does anybody else listening to me have pressure in their upper chest? If so, just lay your hand right on your upper chest and take a couple breaths, because I'm feeling it. The very word honeymoon has made you sad. Take a breath. I know Janice would want to reach through this video and give you a hug. Take a breath. Yeah, there's energy moving here around connecting these two parts of you. My heart goes out. I send so much love to you, my darling Cancers. Okay, moving forward. Who's next? What sign are you? What sign do you wish I would read? Scorpio. I hear seek Scorpios in reading number 1. It's already posted. And I'm making 30-minute videos today, so I will post timestamps and let you know what signs are in this reading and what signs are in the other parts, okay? So let's just take a pick. Are you in the right place at the right time? Let's see. Sagittarius. Any Saggies here? Hit that thumbs up, Saggy. Let me know you're here. If you're enjoying the readings, hit the thumbs up. What that does, it just lets YouTube know so that they can send more people over. Okay, let's see, what's our significator card from the True Love Reading deck? And we have Luminosity. Sagittarius, this is so your card. You glow. When you're on Sagittarius, like when your confidence is flying high, nothing can stand in your way. People want to be with you. In fact, this could be a problem because they might want you to serve on this committee or that committee. I have a Sagittarius friend, and she cracks me up because she's a little powerhouse, not a very big person, but her personality speaks out, and she's not afraid to call the cards the way she reads them. She's not a reader, but she's always very upfront. Sometimes people think she's a bit abrupt. However, the luminosity of that confident Sagittarius is something that people really crave. So let's see what else is here. And now we have our Lover's Path Tarot card. And look what you got. Ha ha. Let's pull it. No, Sagittarius. Now, see all the mistakes I make, you guys. I am getting a lot of lessons about perfectionism these days as I experiment with the lives. But I just have this card comes out in the reading. A part of myself went, you made a mistake. And that part of me laughs now instead of being mean. Anyway, so this is your card, Nine of Wands. Sagittarius, what have you been working on? There's something that you've been working on that you haven't seen in as much as you'd like. You have been, maybe it's in the self-help arena. Maybe you're getting over a breakup. There's a breakup quiz that I need to put that in the resource box because that might be handy for y'all. Because if you're still working to get beyond a breakup, it's a slow process, and I don't think that's pleasant for you. What I see these roots? So that means that there's no growth on the top of the ground. So you have cut off someone, you've cut off some of the heartbreak in your past. However, it didn't erase the energy. And so something is still smoking. See the smoke rising off of this? But take a peek over here. Can you see there's a little growth? So Sagittarius, you are starting to see that whatever it is that you are doing to increase your luminosity, perhaps you're single and you're ready to have a partner, so you are polishing up your talents, skills, getting a new outfit, taking care of your personal needs, your body, new hair, new makeup, and you're ready to go out there, but you're losing a lot of energy as you try to step beyond the pain of the past. There's just a lot of juicy stuff that's kind of being wasted or misused. So the soulmate generator, I'm going to send you over there. There's I hope that there's a link in the description box, but there will be before long. But that particular tool to help you detach from the heartbreaks of the past will just make you shinier, Scorps. Okay, so let's take a look at our love oracle. And Janice, I see you're here. I'm so grateful for that because Janice is a Cancer. And so during that Cancer reading that we just passed, she knows for sure. In fact, I have goosebumps right now because each sign has their own personality. I like to call it a personality signature. It's like a Sagittarius does not look at life like a Cancer does. It's different. However, the heartbreak idea is still there. So let's take a look at this card, magnetic connection. Yes, this is what you're wanting. I think, Sag, you would do anything to have this. I got goosebumps across my chest. There is a very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. What I'm seeing predictively is this is what you're craving. If you're already in a couple, Sagittarius, this can be where the rubber meets the road. If you are connected to someone and you want to take it to the next level, the thing you have to remember is that you have to turn up your magnetism. Okay, you want to be a stronger magnet. You don't want to chase the person you want to be attracted to. So what I highly recommend is a couple of resources. One is Shelley Bullard. She has manifested a husband for herself and a beautiful child, and she is a teacher online who I respect. And then the other is Life by Lucy. That's Lucie. She also has manifested a husband, and she's very open about how she did that. So please, with those two resources, it should help you. But I don't want you to ever give up, Sagittarius. And this is true of any sign that happens to be watching this. If you desire that somebody would get you, they would get you so completely that they would know when to leave you alone, right? They would get you so completely that they pick up on the early signs of your stress. And because of that, they're right there ready to support you. You don't have to be a Sagittarius for that. That's why these readings are valuable for all signs. So let's take a look at the romance angels and see what we have here. Wedding. Okay, so this is clearly showing me that there's juicy, hot energy in this summer for weddings. The love messages that are coming out for all the signs are very strong, and they all have that reminder that it's about you and how you work on being the best soulmate you can be, right? Turn up your magnetism so that you can stand in front of the mirror, look yourself right in the eye, and say, I'm 100% ready to commit myself to a person. So if you're with a person, you got it. If you need a person, you got it. Because if you can't meet your own eyes in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm 100% ready to live with another human in peace and harmony, then you have some work to do, okay? Soulmate generator. I keep mentioning it. Who's curious? Anybody ever use the soulmate generator and they want to say something? That'd be great. Okay, let's see what's next. We have time for one more reading this time, and then I will do part 3. So who's the last read for part 2? And don't forget, you do not have to be this sign to find an answer for what you're facing. Okay, so we have Libra. Hello, Libra. Libra, there's a Gemini reading in part 1, and because you guys share the air sign with Gemini, if you want, I highly recommend you go ahead and listen to part 1 because you're going to get a deeper read, okay? And so our significator card is love. And I love this card for Libra. Look at how she's divided right in half, right? So it's that thing of balance, all the time balance. And Libra, your heart is so tender for people in need. And there's a lot you don't understand about why people crave your company or why they want to be with you. Many times, see how her back is turned? That you're not seeing your value, Libra. There's a big vacancy in the self-love arena today, Libra. Self-love comes before being in a couple. So let's take a breath together and let's see, what is this read? What does it mean? And we have the True Love Tarot tradition. So this card shows me that, Libra, there's something in you that desires a united, committed, and married couple. And you have been in a situation where the person that you are interested in is not interested in the same thing you are. That is causing you a lot of disharmony, to say the least. And so those of you who are watching and it's not your sign, don't worry about that. Take a look right now. Are you involved with someone who you want to go forward with, but there's a separation between what you want and they want? Because tradition is so important to you, and I would say never give up. Never give up. If your person is not wanting to commit to the altar, that's worth investigating for sure. Conversation is what you need. John Gottman, I'm going to put a reference to John Gottman's material in the description box and the comment below, because you will find a lot of hope when you go look at Gottman's work. He's not a therapist. He's not a psychologist. He's not a psychiatrist. He's not a romance writer. He's a researcher. And his stuff researched about how couples get along best is life-changing. The first thing that I noticed about him was that he noticed that friction, fighting, right? Friction, not getting along, friction, picking on each other. Friction is necessary to make a hot relationship. A lot of Libras run from friction with all their might. So if you do not like conflict, you're in the right place, because traditionally it may have worked for you to run from conflict, but now you're being called to a new space. Trust me. Okay, we're going to go to the to the Love Oracle. And hello, beware of codependency. Okay, so what happens with us many times in your romantic life is that, think back, who was the first person you had a crush on? Okay, take a breath. Go back. Mine was when I should show you guys my prom picture. Who would like to see my I'm 71. Who wants to see my prom picture? If I have 5 thumbs up, I'll show it. Anyway, but the idea of my habits around how I deal with people are rooted in my first crush. Okay, so if that is possible, that's where people call it codependency, and I'm like, whatever, I don't care what you call it. But you may be repeating patterns. That's what happens in an addiction. You may be repeating patterns that you've been using since you were a teenager when it comes to dealing with conflict. And you can be so much better than that. For sure. This is time when a private reading could be very helpful. One of my clients is a Libra. I'm doing her private reading a little bit later on today. When you can pull 10, 20 cards, right, and be able to really get clarity on what is this that's keeping you from the love you want. And the romance angels, what did I just say? True love. This is what you're craving, Libra, my darling. So, 2 comments about this. Comment number 1, that if you're single, your goal of finding a traditional match that will support you as a Libra into your greatest joy. Look at the duplication here of the couples. So Libra, it does look just like some of the other signs that there's a lot of juice when it comes to romance and love for you in the next 90 days through the summer. You do have some habits where you allow yourself to be avoiding conflict because you hate it, but it's not helping you find that connection you're wanting. Okay, so I would definitely use the soulmate generator to help you collect energy to go opposite this. Now, if you're already in a partnership and the person is not taking that step, they're not taking it to the next level, you don't have a ring on your finger, or you're afraid to ask the woman to marry you, this is such a big promise for you, Libra. In order to provide the love to sustain a couple, you need to make balance with yourself. Okay, so part of it is, what do you need in order to deal with conflict? So if you can look in the mirror at your eyes, look yourself right in the eyes and say out loud, I am 100% comfortable handling conflict with my partner. If you can't say that without cringing, you need support. You could try tapping. You could try talking to somebody like me and help that I could explain the cards to you personally and give you tools so that you can accept all that's going on, so that your person then reads you as a person they want this. You can't change someone's feelings, can you? You can't make them ask you, but you can increase your own personal magnetism, for sure. If this intrigues you, my darling Libra, please email me. My contact information is below. Okay, excellent. Let's go forward here. Except we're kind of short on time. So what I'm going to do here, because I do want to make a part 3 and I'm all set for that. But what I want to do is just draw a card for the collective while I close this part of the readings. And what we have is the 8 of Staves. Some of you are rocket fast. Energy is moving so fast, Everything's going to change this summer. I can't wait to hear from each and every one of you adorable people. But at any rate, we are going to cut off this recording right now, and I am coming back for part 3. If you didn't see your sign, don't worry, it's coming, and I will see you in the next video. Love you, my friends. Bye.